everyone to the Breakfast with Champions room. We have this room Monday to Fridays. I'm actually in the UK, so my timing is all over the place. It changes. So for EST time, that's 5 a.m. For us, it's 10 a.m. in the morning. And every day the end time differs. So I'm going to bring it up a bit. Sorry about that. I'm going to bring up the time. So it's 5 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. That's EST time. Sometimes it's 12:30, sometimes it's 1 o'clock, and so on and so forth. So we bring you education, motivation, and inspiration. And for those who've got the red ticket, if you look around you or you look at your bio, you'll see that you have a red ticket. Especially those are others in the room. If you look, others in the room, you've got red ticket. So what you do is click on that Breakfast with Champion. That's the name of the room. If you click on it, it will prompt you to follow the house. Nowadays, it's the house as opposed to a room. So follow the house. And although the red ticket will still be there, next time you come back, jump back into the room, it'll disappear. So you'll come up. So follow everyone on stage and follow each other. Look left, right, top, bottom, and see people that you can relate with. I mean, I've managed to have amazing connections in this room by either having people on stage or just near me, message each other. And if you're like me, you don't speak up as much, message each other saying, oh, I love your profile photo. How are you doing? And that's how I've managed to make amazing connections. So yes, just want to welcome you to the room for those who are with the red ticket. And then we've got a Facebook group. Join the BWC community on Facebook. If you go to facebook.com/groups/BWC Daily, if you just search for BWC Daily, right, you'll be able to follow us on Facebook. And also we have a website, bwcdaily.com, and also on YouTube and Twitter. So if you go on the website, you will also be able to have a list of books that we've recommended. I think a couple of times I've posted the link in the chat, and the website is bwcdaily.com/books. So if you go there, we recommend the different books from our moderators and amazing speakers that you can pick any of the books. And also this room is recorded. So if you look up, you can see after Insights in the blue, Insights, it's hyperlinked. So Insights and then next replays on. For those who are new, if you click on the replays, when this room closes, it will come up on your bio or any of the speakers on your bio, right at the bottom. Scroll all the way to the bottom of your bio, you'll see the room will be replayed. So yes, welcome everyone to the room. This is an amazing room. I made a choice to spend time, and I have a fantastic time. Thank you so much, everyone, and I'll pass you back the mic to you.
Thank you so much for that, Ramisa, Tash. It's so great to be here on this fine Monday. Happy Monday, everyone. This is your Health is Wealth segment with Cruise Beyond Limits. I'm Kristalora Cruz. I am CEO of Cruise Beyond Limits, and I'm a life, fitness, and business accelerator, and I'm on a mission to help empower you put yourself and your health first for just 34 minutes a day so we can reduce the stress and overwhelm of life and live a more fulfilling life. Who doesn't want that? All right, so whether you're driving, whether you're at work, maybe you're out on a walk, let me know where you're tuning in from. If you're catching this over on any of the social platforms, please engage so that I can respond and answer your questions and comments. I want to make sure that we are as engaging as possible. And as a business owner, as a coach, as a mentor, I see a lot. And Rachel had, kudos to you in the previous segment with, just sharing your heart and the honesty of starting a business. It's not for the faint at heart. And so I just want to help you unleash your inner CEO. Now, what is a CEO? Maybe you're not a business owner. Okay. So if you're not a business owner, or maybe you're not a business owner yet, we're all CEOs of our life. So before you hit end or before you tune out, I want you tuning in. So let's share this room, share this experience, because this is a message that I find that really, I think we need to talk about. I'm all about the honest truth of what actually holds us back. So to unleash your inner CEO, we need to take risks. We need to manage our resources properly, and we need to stay healthy and fit so we can be more fabulous. All right. So that's what today's message. I really want to talk about the 3 things that I find that hold people back: taking risks, managing their resources, and their health and fitness. So when you think about a CEO, before we even dive into that, I want you to think about CEO. I've been in the military for over 21 years. And for those of you who are close to me, you know I like to have a word every year to focus on. So at the beginning of every year, I figure out, okay, what's the word of the year going to be? And the last 2 years have been CEO. And so in the military, we love acronyms. So an acronym is a way to describe and have an easy way to remember certain terms. So CEO to me is 3 words. So if you're taking notes, I would just want to start with this, because everyone is a CEO. CEO of your household, CEO of your life. I don't care if you're a stay-at-home mom or if you're working at a business, if you're working for someone, or you're working for yourself and you're a CEO of a company. CEO stands for, the C is consistency. Consistent activities in pursuit of what is setting your soul on fire. So the C stands for consistency. Okay, so that's the C in CEO. The E stands for education, but also execution. Okay, so we can collect a lot of education and skills and courses and all these other things, but if we don't execute, then we're spinning our wheels and we're waiting or wishing or hoping for the right time to come until we actually execute. So some of us have really great ideas, but we don't take action. So a CEO of their life takes action and they execute on their dreams and goals. All right. And it might be messy action, and that's okay. All right. I love to call it the messy middle. Taking action and igniting your fire breeds momentum, breeds more consistency. Okay. So that's the E in CEO. And then the O is opportunity. Being open for opportunity. Yes, maybe we've been hurt before. Maybe we've been burned before. Maybe someone has stolen our stuff. Maybe we've, lost money or, just had other collaborations that didn't work out. It happens all the time. We're not for everyone. But that doesn't mean we shut down and we're not open for more opportunities. This comes in all relationships at home, romantic relationships, friendships, and in business. So we have to keep executing. We have to keep being open for opportunities. And especially in business as a CEO, we're not for everyone, and not everyone is meant to be in our life forever. So sometimes we outgrow certain people, places, things, identities, relationships, and that's natural. So being the CEO of your life is taking charge, putting yourself in the driver's seat. All right. And so when we decide to take charge, when we decide to put ourselves in the driver's seat, and we decide to go after whatever it is that you want to go after, maybe it's a business, maybe it's a book, maybe it's being a speaker, whatever it is, maybe it's a promotion, maybe it's parenthood. When you go after that, take charge. All right. Be consistent in your daily pursuit. Execute, educate if you need to, build on the skills. We're constantly building, we're constantly growing. We are meant to be in motion, humans in motion. So this movement, all right, breeds more results. So that consistent movement, the consistent education, the consistent execution, and the consistent opportunity, being open for opportunities. So that's the CEO mindset, in my words. All right. So once we decide, we're like, okay, we're in the driver's seat. We're ready to take on the day. We are ready to do this. The top 3 things that I see that hold people back is that they don't take risks. They don't put themselves out for opportunities. So what I find is that growth and success, it's not comfortable. It's not always exciting. Being consistent and showing up every single day, it should excite you if it's your passion and your purpose and if you're in complete alignment. And so this is the work that I love to help people do, is start to understand who they are to the core. Because when life gets hard, when we're challenged, when we have challenges in our relationships, when we have conflict, it's not comfortable. But we have to keep showing up in pursuit of our dreams. We cannot stay stuck. So sometimes this growth, we have to take more risks. We have to put ourselves out there more. And it's not comfortable. So Cruise Beyond Limits is not just a fancy slogan. It's getting more comfortable being uncomfortable in the growth zone. So we don't panic. We don't shut down. Yes, we're fearful, but we're courageous. We step outside our comfort zone. We take risks. We're open for opportunity, and we consistently show up, and we roll up our sleeves and we figure it out. All right? Because things are gonna be challenging sometimes. In fact, most athletes, most CEOs, most high performers, they have more bad days than good days. Most elite athletes. That's why they keep showing up every single day. They keep batting. I did a live yesterday. I'm reading Ed Milet's book, The Power of One More. Shout out in the comments if you've ever read it or listened to it. I'm listening to it on Audible during my walks and my runs in the mornings. And he shared this analogy of the power of one more, the analogy of a piñata. And I just want to share this message because this is about going after your dreams and goals. And I think this is a really great analogy that he uses in his book. I've seen Ed Milet speak in person. He's incredible. He's amazing. So Ed speaks in his book about this power of one more, where the kids are surrounding a piñata and they take one more hit. All the kids are just waiting for the candy to explode. They don't care what kind of candy it is. It might be candy. It might be good candy, bad candy. It might be, money in there, might be dollar bills, who knows? But they're all just like anxiously waiting for it to explode because it's the anticipation that no one knows when it's going to explode. No one knows which hit it's going to be because it's breaking from the inside. Every single hit, every single consistent action is breaking it open just a little bit more. And if you quit before that one last hit, if you don't take risks and open yourself open for opportunity to take one more shot, you never will break open the piñata. You never know because you didn't keep trying. You didn't take risks. You didn't put yourself out there. You stayed in that fear, in that panic zone, in that judgment, in that lack, in that scarcity mindset, that unworthiness. I see it every day. But if they just got back up, if you just get back up and take that bat and take one more swing, this is such a powerful message. Take one more swing, take risks. And if you're not getting the results that you want, maybe in your fitness, I'm a fitness coach as well. So if you're not getting the results that you want, take a look in the mirror and say, you know what? Did I do enough? Am I trying hard enough? Or do I need to take one more swing before I forget or before I quit? Before I throw in the towel, before I put the bat down? I'll tell you, I've been trying, I host retreats in Costa Rica, and I have tried this power of one more. And this is why it resonates with me so much, because there's times where I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be doing this anymore. This is really hard. This is a high ticket item. I'm taking 6 incredible women to Costa Rica, and everyone, I could tell myself the story that people, they can't afford it. They can't get out of the country. They have family. They can't get away. When I'm struggling, those are the stories that I start to tell myself. But then I look in the mirror and I say, all right, did I try enough? What else can I do? What else can I do with what I got? Can I take it one more shot? And every single time I pick up that bat again, every single time I just get creative and I ask myself the powerful question, can I give myself one more shot? That's when the candy drops. That's when the magic happens. And that's the power of one more. So consistently taking action, taking risks, being open, sending messages. I'll never forget the day that, Yes, why not you? Thank you so much, Annette. Annette's traveling. She's in Chicago. Thank you so much for jamming in. I'll be catching up with the comments here in a minute. But I'll never forget the day that I write curriculum. I'm a coach, I'm a mentor, and I write curriculum and I train people all over the country and I travel around to do this work. And I was writing a curriculum once and I was like, I knew an author, a famous author that that actually helped shape a lot of the work that I wanted to do as a coach. And as I was building this curriculum, I'm like, wouldn't it be really awesome? I was training 125 leaders on this curriculum, this leadership curriculum. And I was like, wouldn't it be really awesome if I could just have these books, every single book in the hands of my students? And you know what I did? I sent a message to the author on LinkedIn. And I said, hey, your book inspired me to want to write this curriculum. And I really would love to have your book in the hands of all of my students. Can you, I don't have a huge budget, but if there's a way that maybe I can, maybe get a discounted rate for 125 books, because 125 books are like $30 a piece. I'm not that rich, so couldn't afford that. So I was like, okay, can you give me a deal? I'm in the military, veteran discount, whatever you can do. And within 24 hours, I received a response. I would love to support your efforts. I'll hook you up with my director. And within 24 hours, I had a phone call with them, Zoom call. They didn't ask any other questions other than, what is your address? We're shipping 125 books. Oh, and by the way, we're giving you one signed copy directly for you to take charge so that you can make this impact in the world. That was huge. But that was the power of one question, one LinkedIn message, putting myself out there, open for opportunity, taking a risk. At the end of the day, what's the worst that could happen? I mean, they don't respond. And that's actually what I thought was going to happen. But the opposite was true. So there's evidence. There are great people out there. Even if you've got no 20 times before, that next one might be a yes. And so a lot of people ask me, Crystal, how are you so consistent? How do you keep going? You've been through so much. I just keep going. Like my life depends on it. I keep trying new things, getting creative, putting myself out there. All right. So this is what you can do too. But if we stay stuck and we don't take any risks because of what what happened in the past, and we get stuck in the past, we're not going to reshape our future. So trying different things, maybe in your fitness, if you haven't tried, if you're plateauing in your results and you're doing the same thing every day, it might be a good time to shake things up a bit. So send me a message if you want to shake things up a bit and have some fun and get fit from your living room. You don't have to leave your house. We have a great program, an amazing community. We're going to talk a little bit about health and fitness here in a moment. So number one, what holds people back is they don't put themselves out there. They don't take risks. They're not open for opportunities. They tell themselves the story that, no, it didn't work last time, so of course we're not going to try again. So here's my challenge to you. Where are you throwing in the towel? Where are you quitting? And when can you take one more swing, one more shot? Try something else. And if you need support and you want to talk this out, let's talk. Send me a message. Send me a message on Instagram. If you're over on Clubhouse right now in Breakfast with Champions, make sure you follow me over on Instagram and send me a message on Instagram, because that's the easiest way to get in touch with me. Or over on Facebook if you're on Facebook. Okay? So take risks. Put yourself out there. All right? And this is the other part of being in a great community. You see other people taking risks, they get to show you what's possible. They're like, wow, if they could do that, I could do that too. For those of you who don't know, I was just selected as the AMC Military Spouse Entrepreneur of the Year Award. It's the first ever that they've done this. There were nominations worldwide. Over 700 nominations went out. And my amazing team member and fellow military spouse entrepreneur, Annette, nominated me. And I was just crowned and selected as the Military Spouse Entrepreneur of the Year Award. But that's from putting myself out there, right? Well, I was nominated, but here I am. Being able to show other military spouses what's possible by going after their dreams and goals, being a CEO of their life, and not being just a military spouse and quitting on their own dreams and goals, not creating their own identity, not creating, changing the game, changing the script, right? So they can too start a business amidst the challenges and the changes that happen in our military career from our spouses. So I moved away 6 years ago, almost 7 years ago now. And that's when I started a business for my husband. He moved, his position, his military position moved, which enabled me to hire a coach, ask and see what's possible, align all of my dreams and goals and passions together to start this coaching business. So I started an online coaching business in 2017, well before COVID. And I rolled up my sleeves. I took a risk. I haven't received a regular paycheck since 2017. That's risky. But I'm betting on myself. And this has been a long time coming, right? And so, and it's not easy. It takes consistency, but it also takes getting in a community of other people that are like-minded, going after the dreams and goals that you are, because they get to show you and pave the way and show what's possible. So you can take more risks. So you can put yourself out there even more and like, hey, if they can do that, I could do that too. Did someone have something to share? Hello? Oh, Ramir? Did you have a comment?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. I pushed that button by mistake. I was moving some things around. But is it okay to just get a quick comment to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm in a flower business. I've been doing this for quite a long time. Just moved to the Bay Area about 7 years ago, and I had to start from zero. Well, I'm all about military and what they do for us. Fighting for our freedom, which is not easy. I got involved with a gentleman named Anthony Glenn. He's a 10X vet. So we had this meeting, conference actually last Saturday in Miami, Florida. Mm-hmm. So when I met him about a little over 2 months ago, I promised him next time he has an event, I want to give. Because I'm in the flower business, I promised him I give 500 roses away for the military people and their spouse. And I did good on that. So I flew into Miami through my resources that I have in Miami and distribution channels that I have, the distributors. I picked up the flowers from there, the roses, and I put a water tube in every single one of those roses, and I gave it away. And that kind of started a ripple effect into other things that I'm doing right now. It's only been a week, keep in mind.
Wow.
Yes. So I let you know I did that. I salute the military. I really believe in what everyone does, fighting for our freedom and our country. And I salute you and I respect you and your husband, of course, and everyone in the military.
Wow.
So quick comment on that.
Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for sharing your heart and your resources. And that sounds like an amazing initiative. I'd love to connect with you and chat more and see how we can maybe support each other and collaborate. But that is awesome. And you took action, right? You said, hey, this is what I'm going to do. And you started right away. And you said it's only been a week, but you never know.
Yes, you're right. 100%. See, one thing I learned from Grant Cardone, who's my mentor and coach. I've been around listening to him for the last 5 years. Is to commit first, figure out later.
That's right.
But show up first. You have to show up. And then when the opportunity comes around, you commit first and figure it out later. As long as there's opportunity there, you can learn from it. And you can teach other people about that. So it's just an amazing, deal to be in the stage amongst some great people that are on the stage. Some of them haven't had a chance to talk to, so first I'm talking to you. But yeah, absolutely. Collaborating is actually my middle name.
Yes, I love it.
Absolutely.
I'm going to give you a follow. Thank you so much for chiming in. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Let's definitely catch up.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Wow, what a great example of something that what can you do with what you've got? I know another one of my clients and colleagues, her name's Cindy Whitman, and she has the Little Give Show, and she has her own TV show. She's coming out with her next book. She is just always, she had me on her podcast and her TV show about what can you do to have a little give each and every day. And so I think if we get creative with the resources and the love and the passion that we have in our heart, we can make so much more impact in the world. And that brings me to the second point of managing your resources, right? So you might have a certain amount of resources that you might want to give. You might want to donate. You might want to utilize in a different way. So getting creative with that, but also what is the biggest resource that we have? The most precious one. What do we think it is?
Time.
Time. Ding, ding, ding. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for chiming in. I don't always love to just talk into a screen. I love to interact. So thank you so much. So time is of the essence, right? And we all have 1,440 minutes in a day. 1,440 minutes, right? And so I'm on a mission to help empower you to put yourself and your health first for 34 minutes of those minutes, right? Which is only 2% of your day. But what do we do with the rest of it? How are we impacting the world? How are we creating our legacy? How are we taking action? Are we taking action by scrolling? Or are we taking action by watching TV, binge watching Netflix? Or are we getting out there and seeing what can we do to create a legacy, to change the game, to design the life that we desire? So when we manage our resources, like time is of the essence, yes. And how you spend it and how you navigate it, I think it's important to organize it in a way that you're in control. Remember, you're the CEO of your life. Back to the basics. So that you're in control. I know that last night I posted in my stories that my husband and I do meal prepping every Sunday, right? And so we mapped everything out. We cooked the eggs, we chopped the veggies, we grilled the chicken. We had everything set out, right? I took a story and it's like, if you're set up to plan your week, if you're set up to plan your healthy meals, if you're set up to plan your relationships, to execute on the sales process that you have, how many people you're going to reach out to, who are you going to make smile? What little give can you do? How many roses can you give out? How many phone calls and follow-ups can you do? If you set that up, just as you do maybe your meals, you're set up for success, and your mind and your nervous system doesn't have to think so much because you're putting it into a rhythm and a system, managing your resources so that you're in the driver's seat. You're being proactive. And so a lot of times, especially as an entrepreneur, like we're pulled in 12 million directions. I have about 50 tabs open. I'm editing my book that's about to launch in a couple weeks on my birthday, by the way. So I'm about to hit a big birthday milestone, and I'm reflecting a lot on time. And I have so many tabs open, so many distractions. I'm pulled in a million different directions. But if I don't stay focused, and if I don't time block and manage it properly, time flies. It's the middle of August already. I don't know what happened to this year. Like, it flew by. And I feel like some of the days, they seem long, but they go by so quick. And I'm so grateful for the time that I do have and the time that I have left on this earth. And as I'm going into this next chapter of my life, I'm being intentional with it. I'm taking action. I'm taking risks. I'm going to manage it. And I'm working at it every single day. I'm not an expert, but what I do love to do is help others manage this and map it out. So I have a couple resources for you. I think my website is pinned to the top. So you can find all these resources, or just send me a message if you're like, well, there's a lot on your website, because there is. I have a lot of different coaching programs, speaking events. I host retreats, like I said. Side note, there's one spot left for the retreat. So if you're interested or know someone that is, let me know. But I have these resources. So I have a habit tracker, a free habit tracker, and then I have my Crystal Clear Life Planner. All right. So it helps you map out your day. It's a 90-day action plan to embrace chaos and live a fulfilling life. All right. It helps you map out this 34-minute mindset of like time blocking, gratitude, relationships, powerful mantras. Who can you make smile today? Who are you going to impact today? Are you going to move your body? How much water are you drinking? Are you doing what you say you're going to do? Reflect at the end of every night. All right. So manage your resources in a positive way to take control of your day. Before the tabs, before the website, before the email, takes charge of your day, before the kids, before everything else, spend that time for you, right? And get the movement in. So that's managing your resources, take classes. Side note, I'm doing a couple free classes this Wednesday. So Wednesday, if you want to shoot me a message, I'll get you all the links and the information. This Wednesday in my free community, I'm doing a free workout. So it's a 30-minute workout. It's called Buns and Guns. So if you want to get toned and fit without leaving your house, I'll get you the invite for that. And then later that evening, we're doing a time management workshop in my community. So you can get a free access pass for that. So you're allowed one free access pass per month to join our community. And this workshop this month is all on time management. So that's just something, a couple resources for you. All right. So, but start to take control of it. All right. So that way our nervous system isn't all over the place and we can stay focused and organized so that we can go after our dreams and goals. All right. And it's really important to do this in a community, right? Also, every Friday, we do co-working sessions in our community. So Tammy Sanborn is on my team. She's the productive entrepreneur. So if you need information about that, she has a weekly co-working session, which is so powerful. I get so much done in this hour, you guys, it's amazing, the power of co-working that you can do with other people that are going after the dreams and goals. So in my community, we have so much to offer. All right, to be able to help you go after your dreams and goals, take risks, take action, implement action, and get around other people. Okay, so this is the power. You seeing a little bit of a theme around here? We're not meant to do life alone. And this stuff is tough. So especially starting a business, especially going after your dreams and goals, especially if people around you aren't going after them and they don't get it, right? But we do. So find the right community. All right. And then the third thing that I see that holds people back every day is their health and fitness. Okay. So yes, I am here to preach to you as a health and fitness coach, right? It's so important. You have to take care of the only body you've got. All right. So your role as a CEO of your life, maybe you're the CEO of your household, maybe you're a leader, or maybe you don't even have a title of supervisor or leader or CEO. You are still a CEO of your life. And you have a vital role to make sure that your body is fueled properly, that you take care of it, that you talk nicely to it, that you are in control and you manage the balance of your mind, body, and your soul and your spirit, so that you can be the best version of you to pour into everything else that you do. And I see it every day. When people are aggravated and agitated and angry and disgusted and judgmental and condescending and have emotional outbursts, and there's so much hatred and revenge and this anxiety, some of the first questions I ask is, how do you blow off steam? Are you moving your body? Do you drink water? When was the last time you got 8 hours of sleep? And most times, those people that I ask those questions with, they aren't moving their body. They're not fueling it properly. They're not hydrating. They're not sleeping properly. And this is the cycle that they're on. And it's no wonder why you're being reactive and responsive in a way that's unhealthy. It's unhealthy for everyone around you, but most importantly, it's unhealthy for your own nervous system. And this is where burnout happens. I'll tell you, I've had a couple people recently ask me, they're like, Crystal, I'm feeling like I kind of get gross. So there's some signs of burnout, and I've done a talk on this. So if you want access to that, DM me the word burnout. I'll send you the link because I did a whole hour session on burnout itself because I was experiencing it. And so this is how I know when you start to see spots, you have dizzy, you have vertigo, headaches, stomach issues, your appetite is off, or you're running to the bathroom all the time, things aren't regular, if you know what I'm saying. Those are all signs of burnout and stress on your nervous system. And if we're not blowing off steam and we're not taking care of our body, the only one we've got, then we're going to either explode or implode, combust. I'm just making up words now. Internal combustion, right? So this health and fitness. So yeah, I'm too busy. You don't understand. I have kids. I can't do that. I'm too busy. I have to commute. Blah, 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 all the things, right? We can have all the excuses in the world. But I'll tell you, I have evidence of an amazing community of women that have some 3, 4, 5, 6 kids, single parents, single moms, 3 businesses, 3, 4 grandchildren, and they still make the time. 3, 4 businesses, they still make the time for their health and their fitness because they know that it matters, like their life depends on it, so that we can pour into everyone and everything else. So this is the movement, right? So recognizing your health and your fitness plays a vital role. And when we start to see these signs of burnout, when we start to have stomach issues, when we start to feel dizzy, when we start to feel lightheaded, check in with yourself. When was the last time you hydrated, had a good night's sleep, moved your body? How's your nutrition? All right? It matters so much. It's worth it. Okay? So the top 3 things I see people holding them back, not taking risks, managing the resources, and their health and fitness. All right. So I need you to get out there, get in community with other people that are going after their dreams and goals. I have an amazing community, the Health is Wealth community. There's fitness, there's mindset. We talk business, there's community. We have co-working sessions. We do workouts. We share recipes. We're about to get into fall season. We're doing soup swaps, recipes swaps, grilling, chilling, all the things. I'm meeting in real life. We're meeting for events and more workshops and reunions. And it's just incredible. And it's possible. If you are the CEO of your life and you tap into your inner CEO, you take risks, you put yourself out there. Snack swaps, yep. Manage your resources and be healthy and get into a community. Go after it. Don't wait. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait till an illness or an injury or till you're too uncomfortable or you're too sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Hey, Crystal.
Yes.
I want to chime in and
yes.
Hi,
who's speaking? Harlan?
Yeah, Harlan.
Hi.
Part 2. I do it all. I'm writing a book. I'm at the gym right now.
Yay.
I actually just made the gym part of my job description.
Ooh, so I love it.
It's built into my working hours. It has to happen, or I'm not doing my job. So that's how I did it. Drinking is a big thing. People do a lot in business and stuff. And drinking, I give myself 5 to 6 drink tokens a week. And that way, like if I'm like on my 5th token, I can be like, well, you could have it, or you could have beers at the game, and I'll be like, makes you think. So I like your spunk. I always listen to Clubhouse when I'm at the gym for motivational. I try to keep it motivational, and you're doing a great job, by the way. You want a business question about resources and try to get your take on it? Is that okay?
Sure, absolutely. Thank you for sharing and chiming in. We have about 5 more minutes till I have to shut the room down, though. So
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you I got this.
Talk about managing resources, right?
Well, this is I am very solo entrepreneurial, but I'm wanting more collaboration. I'm thinking I need to hire another assistant. I know and everybody knows how hard hiring's been, right?
Yeah.
I'm willing. I mean, the resumes I got after pandemic as compared to before pandemic. I mean, it's like black and white. But So I'm going to pay more. My instinct goes to go more part-time and get like a 25-hour-a-week position, but other people are encouraging me to get someone to go whole hog and go full-time and pay full-time. Like, I'm just worried about that because then I have to manage that full-time too. And so I was just putting your, time, resources question. What do you think on that?
Yeah. So thank you so much for chiming in and for your great question. So I think for me, in my experience, I love trying, with projects first. But just my personal opinion, I want to make sure that the person is a great fit as far as values, work ethic, really seeing the brand and living the brand. So I'm not sure can you just tell me quick what your business is? Because before I move on.
I sell both residential, commercial real estate. So.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Let's definitely connect. My husband and I are both in real estate as well. So we have a whole nother business as well. So I'd love to connect with you offline. So definitely maybe starting with like a project is the way that I like to start. So, maybe a couple weeks. What's that?
I hear that you saying that. I appreciate that. I always do a 3-month trial period, but I definitely think that that's like sort of answering towards part-time because that way they can graduate to full-time.
Yeah. And sometimes people need that full-time work too, right? So it just depends, on the needs. I always love, I just actually interviewed a VA last week and hired her for a special project, right? And so I really wanted to know what her drive was, right, for wanting to do this work. And so I think that's a big piece of it is like, okay, where's your growth opportunity and what is your reasoning for wanting to collaborate, right? And then that maybe asking some deeper questions might give you an indicator of like, okay, are they all in? Are they willing to grow with you? Or are they just here for a job or what? So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
How long is the project for?
Probably the next couple weeks.
And is it a flat fee or is it an hourly thing?
I did a flat fee for this one.
I see. And then it's like a working job interview for you.
Correct. Yep.
It's really interesting. Yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah. And so that way, and I always love to also see where their strengths are and have them tap into their strengths. So the only reason I would want to hire someone, not the only reason, but a major reason I would want to hire someone for my team is that it's filling a gap of something that is maybe a blind spot or a weakness of mine. Right. And so it's got to be a great fit of their strengths versus my opportunities. Right. And so if you're thinking big scaling and big, obviously you'd want someone that's willing to grow with you and be full time, right? But the reality is that not everyone, especially after COVID, not everyone some people have their hands in multiple things and they might not be able to give you a full time schedule.
Yeah, but you have great things to think about. I like that. Thank you. That was great.
You're welcome. Good luck. Let's definitely chat and connect.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Have a good day, guys.
You too. Thank you. All right. Anyone else on stage? We have about 2 more minutes, then I have to close up. I see Kimberly's here. Array is here. Anybody else care to share or ask a question? I see some comments.
Oh. Hi, Crystal. This is Rami again. I just want to let you know that I did back channel you my information.
Great.
Please feel free to get back with me anytime.
Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. I see Jessica just joined. Hello, Jessica. We have like 2 minutes.
I just wanted to send you flowers and congratulations again with your award. I loved your acronym today with consistency and managing all the things and having a good perspective. So just popping in to say I appreciate you.
Thank you. I appreciate you too. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Monday. Go be a CEO, tap in, unleash the inner CEO of your life, take control, take risks, get out there, execute on your dreams and goals, take action, manage your resources. Send me a message if you need support with that. We have amazing, courses and resources for you. And then make sure you make time for your health and fitness each and every day, like your life depends on it, because it does. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you very much for tuning in to the Health is Wealth segment. We'll see you next Monday here at noon Eastern Standard Time. And come back every day in the Breakfast with Champions. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. Eastern. Have a great day, everyone. Cheers.
Thank you, and you take care. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.